Who are ISIS-K, the group responsible for the attack on Kabul airport? Well, they probably don't call themselves ISIS-K. ISIS stands for Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, or more precisely, Sham. In Arabic, Balad al-Sham refers to Palestine, Lebanon, Jordan and Syria, all the countries that together comprise Greater Syria, and it's sometimes known in English as the Levant, which is why we sometimes saw ISIS called ISIL, Islamic State in Iraq and Levant. However, quite a while ago now, the Islamic State began insisting that they were simply known as Islamic State or IS. And this, I would imagine, was to suggest the fact that they are international, that they are global, that they are the Islamic State, they are the Khilafah, and not simply just a localized organization. So their branch in Khorasan, which is what the K stands for in ISIS-K, might well be loyal to them or have bought into this idea of global Islamic State, but they are the branch based in Khorasan, which is parts of Afghanistan, Iran and that sort of area of Western Asia. And you'll notice that they use these archaic terms, old-fashioned names for places like Sham and Khorasan, because they don't acknowledge the modern day borders that have been drawn up by the colonial powers. They don't recognize the state of Syria or the state of Lebanon, so they refer to the regions as they would be in the Islamic texts, in the Hadith perhaps. And there is a very famous Hadith that refers to black flags emerging from Khorasan, and when you see the black flags heading out from Khorasan, you must follow them at all costs, because these flags will reach all the way to Jerusalem. And then we're getting into the end times and the emergence of the Antichrist and the Malhama, or the Armageddon. So there's a lot of prophecies surrounding an army that will emerge from Khorasan, and that's why this name is very important to the Islamists, and that's why the black flag has been used so often. So ISIS-K are another one of these factions loyal to the rest of ISIS. We often hear the name Daesh as well, and Daesh comes from the Arabic abbreviation of Dawlat al-Islam fi Iraq wa Sham. Dawla, state, Islam in Iraq, and Sham in Iraq and Syria. And Daesh is actually an insulting name. Those who follow that group, who are loyal to them, don't like the term Daesh. It's not a name that they use themselves. It's another label that they've been given. And similarly, the term ISIS-K is just what the West are referring to this group as. I'm sure they don't call themselves that. And the way things usually pan out with these such groups is that they may well end up fighting each other anyway. And one moment they're a faction loyal to ISIS, the next they may be infighting, and you split off into yet another faction. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see more factions cropping up, more attacks, unfortunately, and at the end of the day, the people that pay the price will be the Afghan civilians.